Welcome, friends. You are watching your channel Quality Guru India, and I am your friend Amit Kumar Mishra. I have very rich experience in the field of automotive products quality. I'm certified on Toyota Production System from IIT Roorkee. I am certified on Lean Six Sigma Black Belt, Green Belt, and also on Six Sigma Green Belt. Apart from this, I am certified on IATF as internal auditor, and I have taken many degrees and certifications on management also. I am in front of you with a very interesting topic that is taken from ISO 9001 2015, and that is the approach. Prior to this version, the ISO approach was based on PDCA and continual improvement. But with this version 2015, they took risk-based thinking also. So we can say that in the approach, risk-based thinking was added with the PDCA and continual improvement. It's a question for every interview on quality, that what are the differences between IATF latest version and TS 16949. And this risk based thinking is very important, and one of the change you can quote in the interview also. In this session, we are going to understand what is risk based thinking, how risk is calculated, and with some examples, what is risk, how the risk is calculated, and what is opportunity with the benefits of ISO 9001 2015 risk based thinking. So be with me till the end of the session so that you can understand this risk based thinking thoroughly. Let's see what is risk. Risk is effect of uncertainties on expected results. And Mr. Mark Zuckerberg says that the biggest risk is not taking any risk. Means every process has a risk, every activity has a risk. But considering that there is a risk, you are not moving further, you are not doing that activity or process, means you are taking the biggest risk. One example I would put here, like going for a new business has multiple risk, but if you are not, because of the risk, if you are not uh, engaging in any new business, then you are losing the opportunities generated with that risk, that you can become the entrepreneur, you can become the millionaire, or you can complete your wishes of life. So because of not taking risk, you are missing the opportunities associated with that too. So it means the beautiful concept of the risk based thinking adopted by this ISO version tells that understand the risk before walking on any process, any activity, and also identify the actions to mitigate those risks before implementing those processes, those activities, so that you don't suffer during the process of that activity. And that is the main intent of this risk based thinking of ISO versions. As I told you that with the risk, two things possible. One is a positive impact and another is negative impact. If you want to read more on this ISO 9001 2015 risk based thinking, you can check clause number 1.3.3 and A.4 of ISO 9001 standard. With, as I told you, that if this risk is in positive side, then there is opportunity. For opportunity, we'll understand in the later part of this presentation. First, we'll understand the risk. Let's take, as I told, that in this session we are covering risk and opportunities, and now we are taking one example of risk. When we drive a two-wheeler, there is a probability of bike slippage and accident. And if we understand this, and to mitigate this bike slippage and accident, we can take as a action, we can reduce the speed of the bike. Proven speed we can take, that will help us to prevent the accident. In that way, if we check the severity of the accident, the most injuries happen on the head when two-wheeler accident happens, and the impact is very severe on the head accidents. And for that, we can take action as use of helmets. So when we take the actions that reduce speed and application of helmets, and when accident happens, the speed will be slow and the head will be safe. So that will give a little impact on the driver. Now let's understand how to calculate risk. Risk is a output of multiplication of probability and severity. As I told you in my previous slide, that when you drive a bike, there is a chance that it can slip and accident can happen. So this is a probable thing. Now the severity point of view, we see that if head injury happens, that will be the most severe. On 1 to 5 scale, probability is given, and so the severity is given 1 to 5 scale, and the multiplication of the probability and severity results are categorized as low, medium and high ranks. So those outputs are on high, actions are taken first on them, and then later we take action on medium and then on low risk things. So this is the way to calculate the risk. Now we should understand the opportunity. Because of uncertainties, as ISO standard also says that when the deviation towards negative is a risk, when deviation towards positive is an opportunity. If we take an example of COVID time, that was a risk because of uncertainties, and that risk was that industries were can go in loss or can close even, but opportunities were also there. The coaching classes happening that time were only on the physical mode, but when corona came, students could not attend the physical classes, and then revenue started decreasing. So that time they chosen options for online classes, and those online classes were the opportunity they grasped. And now those organizations are working on both the models, physical and online, and their revenue is increased now. So in that way, whenever there is a risk, opportunity is also there. Not all risk give you the opportunity. Some risk which gives you some positive deviation can provide the opportunity also. Now let's understand what is the benefits of this risk based thinking. And that first is increasing the effectiveness of quality management system, and the second is achieving the improved results, and the third is preventive negative results. If I summarize, when we identify the risk before doing the process, doing the activity, and on the basis of analysis, we identify the actions to mitigate those risks, help us to prevent negative results in the future. And this, if the negative results are prevented, our results are improved because failure didn't happen. And as a byproduct, effectiveness of quality management system also improves. Because if failure happens and then we take preventive measures, that is called preventive action. But risk-based thinking, the actions are decided before starting the process. FMEA can be one example of this risk-based thinking. I hope I have explained risk-based thinking well. And if you find suitable and I have explained risk-based thinking, then please subscribe my channel, like my video, share to your friends and colleagues so that they can also take part in this knowledge sharing journey. And also you can suggest me if any improvement, if you find to improve my channel through comment section. Thanks a lot for watching my video.